Alright, today we're going to learn how to clean the espresso machine. You're going to need one of those little containers, Cafiza. You're going to need this little red scooper guy that lives under the espresso machine. And you're also going to need your cleaning portafilter. So that's going to be the portafilter that has nothing on the bottom and it doesn't have any holes in the blind basket. Also, I'm going to show you real quick how to clean these little steam pitchers. This is what you'll do to clean them in between making drinks, is you'll put them on that little spray nozzle. And then whenever you're done with them at the end of the day, go ahead, load them up in the dishwasher so they can be clean and ready for the next shift. When you're done with that, we can come back over and go back to cleaning the espresso machine. So you're going to take out your old portafilter that's been used, and that's what's going to go in this container. Now, if you have to clean both portafilters, you're going to need 2 containers. So I'm going to show you, this is actually a little bit difficult. I like to use this spoon here, but you're going to try to get that blind basket separate from the portafilter. So I'll use the spoon to kind of wiggle it along the edge and put pressure, and eventually it'll pop out. And then I'm going to take a scoop of Cafiza with our little red scooper and dump it into that container. And I'm going to fill it with hot water up to that line that you see, that ring. So here we are. You'll want to be careful because that container is metal and that water is hot. So you're going to fill it up to that line, and then you're going to take it and only touch the corners because that water is hot and that container is going to be really hot. And you're going to put that portafilter in on one side, and then you're going to put your blind basket in on the other. It's really important that the Cafiza water does not touch the black part of the handle because it'll eat that part away. But as you can see here, I actually had a little bit of that portafilter sticking out. So I just put some more water in there to make sure that it was all soaked, but it wasn't touching the black handles of the portafilter. Alright, next up we're going to learn how to clean the actual machine. This is where you're going to need the cleaning portafilter. So remember, that's the one with no holes and nothing on the bottom. We're going to use another scoop with that little red scooper of Cafiza into our cleaning portafilter. Now, if you don't know where to get Cafiza, it's directly underneath the espresso machine in the little cubbies. So we're going to take that portafilter, and real quick, if you have any coffee grounds that are stuck, you can use the brush, the bristles, to kind of loosely clean the espresso machine. And then pop that portafilter into place. You're going to run the water with Cafiza in it for about 5 seconds. You're going to do that about 5 times. So you can see me here clicking on, clicking off, clicking on, clicking off. We'll do that with Cafiza, and then when we're done with that, we're going to actually dump out that cleaner water situation, and it'll look a little gross because what's happening right now is that it's pushing all of that water and cleaner up through the machine, like it's backing up and building up, so it's cleaning out all those pipes. And then you get that yummy brown goo, and I like to go ahead and rinse off all that cleaner on the portafilter. And now what we're going to do is just make sure that there's no cleaner left inside the machine. So we're going to go ahead and do the same thing, running it for about 5 seconds. And doing that about 5 times. For the water portion, I'll let it run, and then I will dump out what's in the portafilter because I want to give that dirty water a way to escape, and I'm going to keep doing that until the water runs clean, but definitely at least a minimum of 5 times. So it's going to be, once again, 5 seconds. You're going to do that 5 times with Cafiza, and then you're going to do that again 5 seconds, 5 times without Cafiza, dumping the water in between. Alright, now we'll clean the rest of the machine and the coffee setup. So I did it off camera, but I cleaned our steam one, wiped off where we clean our steam pitchers. I'm going to go ahead and wipe off these grates here, and then I'm actually going to use that same spoon to pop them right out of the espresso machine. Now, ideally, we would be washing these after every shift, but since this is for day shift and I'm still going to potentially use the espresso machine at night, I'm just going to take them over to our little side sink and rinse them. Make sure there's no coffee on there or coffee grounds. And if it's a Sunday, our last day of the week, I'll go ahead and take them to the back for dish. We've had a busy coffee weekend just to make sure that it gets done. So rinse them off, make sure there's nothing on there anywhere. And then I'm going to go ahead and take them back over to the espresso machine, dry them. And we're going to start tackling that little milky portion on the inside. Do be careful when you're wiping those grates because on the back side, they're actually pretty sharp. So make sure that you're not, hurting yourself. All right, so here you're gonna see me lift up this tray. This entire tray actually comes out. So if it's a Sunday afternoon and you want to take it back to dish, you can pull that whole tray out. Once again, for this example, we're gonna set it up for dinner shift. So I'm gonna sort of drain all of that milk and water and goo over to that hole just by lifting it on the side. I think this is helpful because you end up going through less rags because you're pushing less water. But then I'm gonna take my rag, I'm gonna push all of the rest of that milky water over to the drain. And I'm just gonna keep doing that until I get it all cleaned out. And then once I do get it all out of there, I'm gonna take a clean rag or a sandy rag and go ahead and just polish it up. I'll show you that here in just a second. As you can see, it's already looking a lot better, but that rag is just too soaked and saturated with milk to get all that residue off there. So I'm gonna take my clean rag, wipe it right down, and it's gonna shine like the stars. Next, we're gonna take our grates and pop them right back into the espresso machine. It's super easy. They just sit down right in there, fit together like so. We can put our cafezo away. We're not gonna use it again, right underneath this counter. And we're gonna go ahead and turn off our grinder over here. Oh, make sure everything's put back, your scoops and your spoons. Wipe down the counter because it will get a little gross, a little sticky. Turn off our grinder. We're gonna wipe that down as well. Remove any coffee grounds or anything that might. Now with the portafilters that we were soaking, we want to take those over to the sink, carefully dump them because remember it is still very hot, and we're going to rinse them off with water. So this is me rinsing the portafilter by itself. And then you're going to see me go ahead and grab our container with our blind basket. Now it's gotten hot, I don't want to touch it. So I just carefully dump it, and then I'm going to run cold water directly into that container. That way it's gonna cool down the blind basket and the metal container. And then I'm gonna dump it again. So now I can comfortably touch that blind basket. And now I'm gonna put it back together with our portafilter, which is really easy. So after I rinse it, make sure there's no cafezo hiding in any of those little holes. I'm gonna grab our portafilter and pop it together. Bing. Just a little bit of pressure, it should pop right into place. Then just put it back, and you'll do this every day before close.